I would like to turn the floor now to Lars.
Thank you, Ms. Co-Chair. Before I begin, I would like to request that my remarks be recorded in the official report of this meeting. First of all, I want to deeply thank the co-facilitators for their hard work. They have done a remarkable job given the circumstances. Our planet is in a state of emergency. This summer, temperatures in the Siberian Arctic were recorded at 38 degrees, more than 10 degrees above average. Wildfires have raged across the western United States, parts of Australia, and the Amazon, with thousands of people losing their homes and devastating impact on ecosystem and wildlife. Tropical storms are increasing in number and in strength, with more than 1,000 deaths so far during this year only. The catastrophic effects of climate change are no longer in the future. They are here today, putting communities at risk, sowing the seeds of hunger, new pandemics, mass migration, and conflict. By 2070, it is expected that over 3 billion people, nearly half the world's population, will be directly impacted by the climate crisis. According to the Potsdam Institute, we have, as of today, 7 years, 1 month, and 20 days remaining if we hope to turn the tides on the course of human history and limit global warming to 1.5 degrees. The Green Climate Fund was created with nothing less than this in mind, facilitating a transformation, a paradigm shift across all sectors of the global economy on a scale never before seen in the history of humanity. We, as individuals, as a board, and as a fund, have a historic opportunity to make things right. We have an obligation to rise to this challenge, supporting developing countries and working together to protect the future of this planet for every person alive today and all those who might come after. I truly believe that the GCF has the potential to be a driving force in the fight against climate change. We have a dedicated and highly competent secretariat and numerous partners who are determined to support this institution to fulfill its mandate. The GCF should be setting the standard for excellence in climate action internationally, providing clear signals so that other organizations, public and private, can follow our lead. It is essential that any strategy penned by the GCF is ambitious and of a high standard. And yet, as discussions on the strategic plan have so painfully exposed throughout the year, and despite all the hard work done, the fund is hampered to reach its full potential by the inability of this board to set ambitious targets. Instead of acting with speed, we spent years of endless discussions, unable to bring the many remaining policy gaps to closure. Or, as in this case, we are presented with a document that has been watered down meeting after meeting by those who would rather not have seen a strategic plan at all. Because let's be honest, this document is neither strategic nor a plan. It fails to set clear and quantified targets to increase impact for adaptation mitigation action. It fails to provide concrete guidance to the Secretariat on how to select and prioritize among incoming funding proposals, or to even acknowledge the need to be selective, making the best use of our limited resources. In the absence of this guidance, projects will continue to be approved on a first-come, first-served basis, leaving innovative, impactful projects and programs waiting on the shelf. It fails to provide clarity on how to prioritize across or within the fund's key thematic areas. For example, despite unanimous support throughout the replenishment and growing calls across countries and NDCs to increase financing for initiatives within the climate, biodiversity, ocean nexus, the key global systems which sustain life on this planet, the GCF has not been equipped by the board with processes or guidance to increase efforts in this area. It fails to set targets for leveraging financing at scale, including from the private sector, or through the use of innovative financial instruments. Even keeping the current level of current grant financing constant, increasing the use of equities and guarantees from 4% today to 15% would leverage an additional $40 billion in financing. That is 4 times the GCF1 replenishment. And these calculations are based on the Secretariat's calculations. And it fails to enable the GCF to become a center of excellence and a global role model for international climate financing, playing a leading role in making financial flows consistent with the pathway towards low emission and climate resilient development, shifting not billions of dollars, but trillions across the global financial system. The finance sector is looking specifically for this signal, as they are eager to partner with the GCF as they work to green their portfolios and contribute to climate action around the world. In fact, this updated strategic plan fails to even recognize the need to act with greater speed, efficiency, impact, and scale. Many of these missing elements were included in the B.24 version drafted by the Secretariat and based on submissions from the board, accredited entities, national focal points, and CSOs. After 1 year of consultations and painful compromises, we are light years away from that version. The document circulated last night does not reflect the urgency we are faced with. It is for that reason that we will not be able to join consensus. We are no longer able to stand by silently, watching the GCF waste these 4 critical years. We also want to be clear on our expectations regarding the next replenishment. A strategic plan for the replenishment period must be finalized ahead of the replenishment in order to inform the fund's work. We have no more time to waste. We are at the tipping point for the Earth and for the fund. Only one of these is replaceable. Unless we are able to overcome the polarized deadlock that has paralyzed this board for so long, we will be devoting our time, our attention, and our contributions to the one which is not. We only have one planet. We therefore must act as one, guided by the best interest of this institution, our planet, and our children, mine and yours.
Thank you, Lars.